Ooh, looking rough. Ugh. First chapstick. Hello, seekers. Welcome to No Madness Live. If you're new here, please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button. And if you'd like to become a member, the link's in the description. That's all I got to say about that. I'm going to wait for y'all to join. I'm waiting. Waiting. Live chat. Look at them all come in. Woot woot. Foodie sighting. Foodie sighting. Foodie sighting. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. Good afternoon. Oh, she's showing a second cameo now, huh? Yeah. She's in Canada. 2 cameos. People are sending cameos. You were worrying about me. Why? I did a members only this morning for like 2 hours. Look I brought the shelf in. I think I'm just going to keep it there. I like it there. There's the new one. She is gorgeous. Look at this. Look at her. Isn't she adorable? Whoa. They look good, and then I'll put some down here. Because I got 2 more. I put the little one up there. I could light it up. Hold on. Don't look at my ass. It's flat and ugly. We'll light her up. She's all lit up. Aren't they adorable? They look so good over here. I'm just going to leave them there. I was like, I put it over there and set them up. And then I was going to have hubby move all this out on Thursday. But I'm like, I might just keep it here. Cindy Lou Who sent me this one. Yep. I'm so excited. I don't want to turn them all because we're going to have this like this anyway. So, here we are. Now, I haven't seen the second cameo, but I'm sure it's the same stuff. Yeah. But I did make... You ordered the kitten? Oh my God, that's awesome. They're called the Micro Building Bears. Amazon. Hi, Maybella. So what I did was I made a little video with the first cameo that Milky showed. So, hold on, let me fix my speaker stand, AKA paper towel roll. Turn those bunnies' heads around so they don't have to watch this. They're here for the shit show. I think it's the Temu car. Yes, I do. Yep, I do. So they either fled together in the Temu car and they're hiding, but there's really nowhere they could drive that far. I'm beginning to believe she stayed in Kuwait, but I don't know. I just don't know, but I'm beginning to believe she's still in Kuwait. He probably talked her into not leaving him. Yeah, that's the Temu car, leather, black leather. Yeah. That would explain why she's not going live. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought about doing shelves on the back wall, but I don't want these to be the center of my room. I like the black office look. I'm really don't want them to be like the center of my office. She looks sick. She looks like she just woke up. I think they need money. That's what we just said, Steffi. Yeah. Yeah, the panic would have wore off by now. If she was in Canada, she would feel safe. I think he convinced her to stay. And even if they were to take off by car and go across the border, I just believe that Like, he can only go to so many countries without a visa and without having to be back. So I don't believe they got on an airplane and left Julia. They're in the Temu. She's in the Temu car. I believe that. I do. They may have went to the desert, but they wouldn't leave Julia. Man, they might have moved, so they can't be found, to another apartment or something. I mean, 11 days. They've moved in 2 days before. Who flees in the Middle East? Right. Now, I don't think they fled in the Middle East, because anywhere they went, he would be brought back. Their passports will show where they're at. So, no. The stitching on the headrest on the car and the CAMEO doesn't match the Temu. The headrest is higher. Huh. Well, I haven't seen the second CAMEO, but the first one, it really wasn't clear enough to see the stitching. It just, the black would come into play. But we can look at the stitching of the Temu car. I think that was a screenshot. What was a screenshot? The thing that makes me still think she's might be in Canada is the pasty mouth that she would get from the THC. She had the pasty mouth in my thumbnail. You think it's her mom's car and she's a passenger? Because, yeah, I mean, all we're going to do is speculate. It's been 11 days. She has not posted since, I think, the 3rd. She did, she hasn't posted. Her live stream, I think, was like the 31st or the 30th. She does look bad, but she looks like she just woke up. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, she does look a little yellow, but she's looked yellow before, too. There wasn't enough of the backrest. Right. Exactly. You can't see any stitching. I'll show you because I slowed it down. You're welcome. So the whole time you guys were emailing me, Milky's live, Milky's live. She's got a CAMEO, right? I'm taking the clips, and I was making a small video where I zoomed in to see what we could see in her eyeball and other shit. Yeah, I know. I got all that, Kara. All of it. I was watching. It's just I decided to go live and didn't know there was a second CAMEO. She has a head cold after a flight. Bloop. She always gets that. In fact, we're going to do a retro to when she was in Canada and went MIA for 8 days at Christmas time. Okay, so let me turn on the sound. Woo, 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 woo. She's definitely concerned for money, which would say Canada. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. I just feel like she would go live if she was in Canada. And I feel like she knew if she got on a plane and went to Canada and didn't stay there to figure shit out with Salah, that she would lose Salah. And I really think she's obsessed with him. You know what I mean? I think she's obsessed with him. Look at this. What's going on here? Yeah. Yeah, isn't today the day Pause is putting out a new statement? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so here's the little video I made, okay? You guys ready? You want to watch it? Let's watch it. Yeah. Okay, let's just try to work this out. Okay, could we? Can we? All right, so what I'm going to do is, when it's important, boy, I didn't even clean that screen. Wonky Productions. That's what we'll call it. All right, this is the little video I made. It's only a minute. She's definitely in a car. That's a fact. I even put in you can hear a car door slamming. So that she's parked somewhere. She's either a passenger in the Temu car in Kuwait, or she's a passenger in the seat in Canada. So somebody might have went into the store and she stayed inside and made a quick CAMEO before they came back out. I do believe I do believe that she's making cameos behind somebody's back, either behind Salah's back or her family's back. Here we go. Okay, I made this.
Hello, it's Foodie Beauty here. Thank you for your cameo. I hear that you have pneumonia. You let me know you have pneumonia, and I'm really sorry. You know, pneumonia, I know it's been like 3 weeks since you've been sick. Pneumonia can take a long, long, long time. It does cause quite a ruckus in your lungs. I have some believed to be scar tissue left on my lung. I don't want to scare you because of a really bad bout with pneumonia I had. Like, it was bad. So, but just
Now watch, the green screen fails. Watch it, I put it in slow motion. Right there is the seat. You cannot see any stitching. When this hand goes up, it'll fail right here too. So right here, you're gonna get your view. Okay, so there's something here. And that's gotta be the back seat because it's really low. Now in the Temu car, the back seat has white. It definitely has white. So this is the only thing that would say this is not the Temu car. Not this side. This side is definitely the headrest. So there would be stitching, but what if this is white? We don't know till we look at the Temu car. So I just wanted you to see all the filter fails. I did it slow-mo. Slow-mo.
just rest. You know, nourish yourself well. Drink lots of fluids. Rest. If you have meds, I would suggest taking those. But be careful. I'm going to pray for you and hope that you get better very soon, Sam. And thank you for the cameo. Yeah, I am just on a break and, just taking some time away from the internet. I really need it. So I apologize for that because I do miss you guys, my wonderful fans and followers and friends and everything.
Okay, here's the car door. Now listen, and then I slow it down.
But
Hear it again.
yeah.
Yeah, did you hear that? That was a car door. She is doing the shifty eyes where she's looking around outside like she does, see if anybody's staring at her while she's filming. She always does that. Always.
I don't know when I'll be back, but thank you so much for this. And just know that I'm praying for you. Thanks, Sam.
The pool room, let me think. The pool room. They changed out the chairs to silver ones in the pool room. I know you guys, I know you're joining late. I know. There's a second cameo. I know. I hadn't seen the second cameo. What I wanted to do was, this is the last time she was in Canada. But what I'm going to do real quick is we're going to go look at... I know, she does look like she's been getting high. Okay, what we're going to look at is... We're going to go look over at her channel inside the Temu car. God, look at, you can't even put... Look at, we all show up before she does. Now you have to really scroll to find her channel. You'll be lucky if you find it. She doesn't understand. She's screwing herself. Her CPMs are going to be so low, she won't even make any money. Okay, so here we are. Here's the Temu car. You would have seen the white in the background. Okay, so if she's see the white in the background? Wait. See the white seats in the background? And this is the passenger seat. You still would have seen the white. But yeah, it sits high on her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think that was a Temu car. I think she's in Canada. That wasn't the Temu car. Yeah. Oh, in the second cameo, the stitching looks orange or red. Okay. No, she left Kuwait long before the charges. The charges haven't even been filed yet. Yeah, she's had plenty of time to get the hell out. Yeah, I think she's in Canada. Yep. Yep. I think she's in Canada. She saved herself. Yep. Yep. Yeah, none of this matches up. Yeah. I do not believe this looks more like the Cameo ones, but that was a rental car. So she says. It could have been a family's car. You never believe anything she said. Yeah, she's looked yellow before. Mm-hmm. And that was right before she went in the hospital and had a kidney infection. Her mommy came to save the day. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't she have to leave for a Risa run anyway? Well, in about 12 more days, yeah. 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 Well, we won't know until we know. It's not even like we got to be on one side of the aisle or the other. Either way, they're not going to do anything to her. Nothing. She will get deported back to Canada, or if she's in Canada, she'll be banned from Kuwait. Yeah, and she got her glasses out of her Kia, her sunglasses. She knows exactly where her Kia is. In fact, she even said once that she could probably buy it back. So I'm going to assume it's with somebody that gave her money and said, anytime you come back, you can buy it back. You know, she got her $400 sunglasses out of it. So it's somebody she knows. Yeah, exactly, Denise. I feel like she would resurface. Well, maybe, maybe not. She could be freaking out. I don't know. You never know with Foodie. Apparently, there's somebody footing all her bills because I got to be honest, if your only job's YouTube and you've got tax and bankruptcy to pay, I don't think you should be fucking around if it's your only job. Can she go on a visa run early? Oh, yeah. You can leave the country anytime you want. Why do people think she's still in Kuwait? Because they just want to. I don't know. Because we really don't know. But I do believe either Salah could have talked her into staying or she was over Salah and wanted to go home. And she wanted a THC gummy to get through this. And she was afraid of the law. So just knowing her, she would flee. In my opinion, she would leave. She left Canada. She fled Canada to go to Kuwait. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's a coward, first of all. A game of cat and mouse. And the thing is, she might have been waiting in Canada for all this to blow over and then fly back to Kuwait and then pretend like nothing happened. That would be what she would try to do for her audience. Like, so she could really say shit, but I just don't think she'll say anything to pause, right? If she did get to go back and it all blew over, she wouldn't cuss them out. She wouldn't have the guts. I don't know, maybe she would. My God, she cussed out Salah's best friend and his wife. That was gutsy. Is it pride that she's not streaming in Canada? I don't know. Ask her in a cameo. Apparently she needs money. She won't be doing any more. I bet that. Or she don't give a fuck. Her family might have told her, until you get into your own place, you're not going to let people know you're here. We don't want people bugging our home. I don't know, though. You never know with Foodie. But I know one thing, she can't stay away from YouTube. She needs the money and the attention. Those things I know. Hello, Nancy. Thank you for the super chat. What? Wait a minute. If she was in Kuwait, she would not be in public without her head cap thing on. She looks very disheveled. And did you see the lump on her forehead? No. I mean, that could be a pocket of fat with the sunlight. That's what I think. Smee said, if you go live, you can't stay here. Yeah, she looked yellow before, right before she went to the hospital with a kidney infection, remember? Nancy, thank you again. You know what I'm saying? You call BS? Possibly. That would be risky to go back to Kuwait. No, I mean to stay in Kuwait would have been risky. I don't think she could have handled that. I really don't think, because of her panic, the way she panics when it comes to court or authority, like even the lawyer thing, right? That's when she fled to Canada. Remember? When Aisha said that they tried to serve her, and all of a sudden she was in Canada, but she was hiding there for 8 days. And that's why I'm trying to, one more threat. Of course she'd fly back to Canada. Yeah, her eyeballs look not so white. She can't leave. She can leave. When all that went down, they gave her 3-day heads up. Absolutely she left if that's where she went. Yeah, everybody, okay. Canada, okay. You want to do a poll, or we got to spend the whole time? I think she's here, I think she's there. You want me to do a poll? I can do that. Let's do that. Because, actually, for 11 days straight, I'm over it. I don't even give a fuck. The funny part is, her channel is burying itself in the algorithm. It's going to take forever for her to recoup now. And, I got to put this on silent. Eventually she has to go live or get a job. Those are facts. Those are the facts. And we will still carry on. Our channels will still carry on. All right, let me do a poll. Hold on. There we go. Start a poll. Can we please take off the table that they're somewhere other than Kuwait or Canada? Thank you, because they're not. Their passports would show exactly where they're at, right? Right. And the authorities could send Salah back, and he'd probably be in bigger trouble for fleeing. Okay. So we're going to put Canada, Kuwait. I'd rather do a poll than read that 100 times. Poll started. Have a heyday, folks. Remind me to go over and, cancel that. That'd be great. So you all just vote and have a good time. And welcome. What? We got members? Who gifted members? I can't with your love. Maybella! Love you, darling. 5 new members. Welcome, new members. Thank you. I appreciate you, Maybella. Will we make it green? We got 20 days. 3 weeks to go all green in the chat. Thank you, Wrenches, for being here. I appreciate you. I know you have a life, and I went live on a dime, and you're here. I love you. Yeah. Okay, so just take the poll. Take the poll. You have your reasons why you think she's in Kuwait. You have your reasons why you think she's in Canada. And if I'm going to guess, now that I look at the Temu seats and they don't match the screen file, the green screen file, my vote's going to be Canada. And I'm going to tell you why. She has been talking about Canada a lot. She had a visa run she had to do anyway, and she'll be penalized if she goes over the visa date, that she has to leave. Even if there's an investigation, she has to leave. And the other thing is, she wants that THC. Bar none. She wants the THC. She can't handle shit. Boston Mama, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Welcome and thank you. I appreciate you. And she looks pasty mouthed and high as fuck, which would explain why she ain't driving. She's probably with Auntie. Auntie doesn't work. Her parents do. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She's probably with Auntie. Yeah. So that would be my guess. She's in Canada. The reason she's not going live is because she probably was seeing if this thing would blow over, and then she could hurry up and fly back to Kuwait, and nobody would know. And nobody would know. Right? Right. Now, no, they have not changed their laws in Kuwait or Thailand. We already looked it up. They want to, or they say they do, but they get great tourism with their recreational THC. So no, they still haven't. We looked it up. It's going to take a long time. So they removed even the verbiage from their laws. So it's not like they could switch it into being illegal. Just the other countries get pissed off because their people fly there to get high. And that's what Thailand's known for. And people from the Middle East can fly there and party. Do you think it's a visa run, not an official escape? No, I do think she ran scared. But it could be a visa run. You know how we're going to be able to tell is what she did in Canada in December, and that's why we're going to watch it. She hid until she clicked that email with the phishing link. Or she would have never went live in Canada. Right? So it's kind of all in this video. She did the same thing, in my opinion. She's taking a huge risk if she's in Canada and assumes she can go back to Kuwait. No, witches, listen. She's probably fine with whatever outcome's going to be. So let's say Pause files charges, right? And then Kuwait says, she's already gone. She's a visitor. We're just not going to allow her re-entry. That's it. It's over. Let's say that Pause sends it over and they just don't care. They just don't care. Nothing happens. Then she applies for a visa and she either gets accepted or not to come back and visit. It's that simple. She did not take anyone's life over there. She did illegal donations. It's just that simple. Now, they do have to understand that if they file charges on Salah, he's in deep shit. He's a resident, and he's got a Syrian passport. You know what I'm saying? He's in deeper shit. Who knows? Maybe nothing at all is going to happen. It was just a way to get her out. Nobody knows. And that's what I think too, Rhonda. She just won't be approved to come back. And they could meet each other in Thailand, but it's over, okay? It'll be over. There's no way he's going to keep this fake relationship up for crap YouTube pay and meet her in Thailand. Dear God. No, his father doesn't talk to him. They don't speak. Oh, Tracy was in Milky's chat giving Canada vibes, like she's fine. Well, Pete's already gave us the Canada vibes. Come on now. Yeah, so whatever. This isn't a real marriage. It's not a real relationship. So let's try not to, turn it into, oh no, Haley and Justin Bieber. This ain't a real thing. It was this stupid social experiment, I guess. Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen. I guess we may never know, or she may be done all over YouTube and everything. It's not that big a deal, right? The Cameos are buying the Kia back. No, they're feeding her cravings. I feel like, okay, Bella. Bella pops in and then pieces out. Bye. All the time, lasts 20 minutes. I think she's still obsessed with Solana. Oh, of course. This is going to be tough. Should I end the poll? Okay, before we get started. Hold on. Oh my gosh, my sinuses. And I want to see what it is. 82% say Canada and 18% say Kuwait. 413 votes. Bloop. The poll has ended. So yes, I agree with you. Cameo is feeding her. She's not getting paid next month. I know. Her pay is going to be just... July is going to be crap. Non-existent. But let her figure it out. We're just here to watch the show. All right, so let's take a trip back to when she disappeared for 8 days. It was 7 or 8 days in Canada in December. And that's when Aisha had said that lawyers came to that building and talked to the Hadas, whatever his name is. I can't remember. The Hadas, right? And he was going to serve papers, and he wanted to verify Foodie lived there, and he said there was no apartment under either one of their names. Next thing you know, she disappeared, right? And popped up in Canada. And I guessed it. I was like, no, she's in Canada. I'm like, yeah, she's in Canada. But everybody said, no, she's not in Canada. I'm like, yes, she is in Canada. Yes, we heard, Celtic. She got Smee to put a roof over her head. Yeah, or auntie. I think it would be more like auntie. And not mom and stepdad. Somebody was thanking for a membership. Did I miss somebody gifting another membership? I'm sorry. I was spot on with the flight schedule, and she went on her community post right when I thought she would be landing in Canada. Yeah, she abandoned Julia. Anyway, so let's watch this. This is when she popped online. It was like she'd already popped on eating a pizza, but then she went live in the car, out in the woods, in the rain, because she wasn't allowed to live stream. Go to Milky's community post. Okay. I will go look. Milky. Oh my God. I can't even spell today. Oh my God. Okay. Milky. Foodie Beauty. Community post. Hi, my love. The first pick is a headrest from a CAMEO, 1000% filmed in Canada. The second is the headrest from the newest CAMEO. Oh, there is stitching. There is stitching. But why are we proving the Canada car? Because, to be honest with you, that does look like the Temu card stitching. See the stitching? You can see my pointer. With a high headrest, it's got a little bit of a bend. Oh shit, we gotta go back. You guys, we gotta go back. I think it's the Temu car. Wait, let me look. No, it said the second, wait. The headrest, the first pick is the headrest from a CAMEO. But they're saying 1000% filmed in Canada. This is the first pick. They're stitching. The second picture is a headrest from the newest CAMEO. Wait, hold on, I gotta... Oh, wait, no. This was Canada. Right, because there's snow on the ground. We're literally getting ready to watch it. It's right there. That was from the rental car. Okay, so the second pick is from the newest CAMEO. Look, the newest CAMEO. And that looks like leather. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up what we just watched. We just watched it. Oh, my God, is she in fucking... What do you think? This is the Temu car. It is different because this is double stitched, unless you only seen this much. But it's got that same bend. Hold on. It's got the double stitching. It's double stitched. There and there. Watch. Double stitched. See the double stitching? That's the Temu car. It's even got the bend in it we looked at. Right there. My God. Oh my God. She's in Kuwait. No, you have 24-hour turnaround for CAMEOs, not 11 days. She's in frickin' Kuwait. The stitching is not different. Look. It's double. It's white. It's double. You gotta remember, it's fighting through a green screen too. No, it's not. It's at the same height. See it way up there. Hold on. Hold on. I'm telling you. That's the Temu car. What are the odds? What are the odds? My God. No, she has that shirt in she was wearing that stupid shirt in Kuwait. Yeah, listen, you'd have to go rent a car with the same stitching. The odds are literally 0 to none, in my opinion, because this is the car she borrowed in Canada, and it was cloth. Yeah, I highly doubt she would have got a leather seat with double stitching in Canada. Sorry, I think the odds are too high. And that's definitely double stitching, fighting through a green screen. It goes up high. Yeah. And it's got that same dip right there that the Temu car has. I'll show you again. It's got the same damn dip. See the dip? If we were to just go in on that seat, you see the dip? I'm telling you. Damn it. That's why she ain't going live. She's stuck with him. Wow. Well, she's ballsier than I thought she was. She really is. She's ballsier than I thought she was. I can see Salah talking her into staying, no problem. They'll do nothing. But maybe, you know, he's bringing some coin home. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The Canada car isn't the rental she had in December. Yeah, it is. I'm showing you. The back seat was identical. Yeah. And that's where she took that picture from. And I don't think this was even a rental. I think she lied. I think it was a family member. She just didn't want people to know because everybody knows what her family drives. So she want people out looking for her. I think somebody let her borrow the car to go sit out here and do a live stream and make some money. This was in December. And I feel like if she was in Canada, she would feel safe and probably literally be making bank money. Yeah. That's crazy. All right. So, I don't think she would have wanted to leave Salah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just going to play out however it does. But I thought it would be fun to watch the old... When she left, she took off and hid in December, which was only 6 months ago. You know what I mean? Salah probably said, I'll make the money. Don't worry about it. Until it blows over. I don't know. Maybe they're even gearing up to leave Kuwait forever. Nobody knows. Okay, so, but she better find a doctor because she's looking pretty rough. Pretty stupid making a cameo in Kuwait. True that. All right, let's watch this. This is back in December. And this is when she ran from Kuwait before. And then she got busted for being there. And then she went live. Yay! Oh, and P.S. she gets mad as hell because Salah was ignoring her or something per usual. She gets really crazy when she can't find him and she runs right back to Kuwait. She is obsessed with him. In her mind, that's her husband. In my opinion, he made her believe they're married. They're not married. I think he made her believe it because she wanted it so bad. And all the paperwork is done in Arabic. So when they went to that courthouse, he could have been just renewing his residency or something. Do you see what I'm saying? But she's definitely thinks that's her husband. She's in love with him. It's weird. It gets really weird. And I love that. I think he convinced her to stay.
That's interesting. Eggs on legs. Yeah. Yeah. How do you know I'm a tourist, genitalia? How do you know? Where's your proof of this? That's what I'm saying. Like, you have no proof of anything. Hey, Bailey. Like, even if I was, who cares? I can tour around the Middle East as many times as I want. I don't have to live here. Even if I got kicked out of Kuwait and couldn't go there anymore, I wouldn't be coming back here to live.
Because she's obsessed with Salah, and Salah can't get to Canada. You see where I'm headed with us just listening to this from 6 months ago? She will not live anywhere she can't be with Salah. Do you see what I'm saying?
I would be moving to another country. I would be traveling around.
Bloop. Bloop.
As a nomad, I don't care. I'm not coming back here to live. I'm not happy. So
that's why I'm playing this. Because I thought this would be important to where her headspace was 6 months ago. And I don't think she's gonna let him go. I really don't. Now she might have he might have took her across the border. But I just don't think she would stay there alone. You know, with the Temu car and the cat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's her choices? Iran or Saudi Arabia? No, Iran or Iraq. No, Saudi Arabia or Iraq, right? That's her two choices, right? Oh my God, I'm trying to think of the Middle Eastern map. No, wait, Iran is across the water. So her choices are Iraq, or, right? I just don't think she would sit there alone. Qatar's an 1.5-hour flight. But she would go there if he drove her there. Bahrain. So she could have went over the border because she needs to do a visa renewal anyway, right? It's got to be somewhere where she could have been driven. Saudi or Iraq, right? She sat alone in Thailand for 5 weeks. They could be moving apartments. She stayed in Thailand alone, and that was a freaking 10-hour flight. And she sat there alone in Thailand for 5 weeks. And he didn't go with her.
Don't respond to someone who's named that, yeah. For sure.
But I do believe when she said, I gotta go. I do believe she went somewhere. They can't take the car outside of Kuwait? Oh, God, then she's really screwed.
It's not more isolating in Kuwait.
I didn't say Thailand. There's no way she went to Thailand. She would have had to fly there. No way. And she wouldn't even rent a car in Thailand. That place is crazy. Everything's like friggin', everything's motorbikes. I'm talking across the border by car. But if she can't take the car, I don't know why they couldn't take the car out of the country. That's weird.
Because I feel more alone here. Like, how are people going to tell me how I feel? Excited for Ramadan, yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's not about them finding her. It's about her not being there past her visa date. They will charge her $1 bajillion a day if she got held up in Kuwait. Do you hear what I'm saying? Even if it's an investigation, she still has to leave by some people are saying the 21st. Do you see what I'm saying? Let's just watch.
It's normal for digital nomads to do visa runs. My problem is people don't have any proof of, like, anything of my status. You know? There's always going to be a certain type of nostalgia going back to where you were raised. Doesn't mean you can't love and appreciate a different country. I am so bored with Canada. Like, no, I don't want to stay here for more than a little bit just to see my family. Like, maybe someday I'll change my mind. I have no idea. But right now I want to I don't honestly see what's, like, so great. You know?
You're only saying that because you don't want Salah to think Canada is as great as it is compared to where he lives. You just don't want him to leave you because you can't get him to Canada. So you've been playing this like donkey show forever. Oh God, it's so cold in Canada and oh, there's really nothing to see and it's not as great as you think it is. Yeah, it is. It's way better than Kuwait. You're so obsessed with him.
Oh, I don't know.
No, this is 6 months ago when she disappeared and got caught in Canada.
St. Hubert's Month.
When she thought that lawyers were after her in Kuwait.
Yeah. No, we wouldn't stay here, wrinkled wiener.
Wrinkled wiener.
Nope. I don't want to stay here.
There's no we. He can't come to Canada.
No.
Yeah, I think this was a family car, not a rental. She didn't even know what year it was. She changed it because people are like, "Are you in your mom's car?" And she's like, "Oh no, this is a rental. I paid a lot for this rental. It's a 2013." And she said she paid $1,200. And everybody's like, "Who the fuck will pay that for a car that's like uh 15 years old or whatever shit she said, or 13 years old?" And she goes, "Oh, I meant a 2023. So right then I knew that it was, she borrowed it. She ain't renting shit.
It's just, I don't know.
It would tap into her food budget.
I don't think that Canada sucks. I'm just like,
You just don't want him to dream of coming to Canada and finding somebody else to bring him there. Duh.
I've just had enough of it after like a week. Like my family feels just, my heart is in with my husband and
Boom. So now, as we watched this from 6 months ago, do you really think she left him knowing it would be forever? Right? Like, did they consult a lawyer? And the lawyer said, that Foodie's got to make sure she does her visa hop, but there's probably nothing going to come out of it because she's a tourist. All she's got to say is, "I'm so sorry. I came over there. I'm from Canada. I don't really know your laws. And they'll fine her or make her give them money or some stupid shit." Do you see what I mean? She wouldn't leave him willingly, thinking that this is the finale. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
and my pets. And if they were in any other country, it doesn't have to be Kuwait. I would want to live there with them.
Boom. 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 I think Salah would be willing to leave Kuwait with her, then stay there and do the same shit he's been doing. But they have to pick like Malaysia. They got to pick a country they can go live in where he doesn't have to have a visa. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the end, that's what they would have to do. It's weird. If she got banned, like if she got booted, do you think Salah would go with her to somewhere like Malaysia or something and just stay living off her YouTube and gaming? And she'd stay with them forever, trust and believe. Yeah, would he go with her? What do you guys think?
Hey, no.
Well, you got to remember the illegal donations for pet rescue, that just came into effect May 7th. That just came into effect May 7th. You don't think he would go? Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just like, haven't been on as much. I'm tired of the internet and I'm just taking like intermittent breaks. So, hey, Tracy. Julia, Buster's okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I was thinking too. If Paz said they're not gonna turn in the Kybella stuff because you'd have to prove that. Just like I was saying, they would have to prove that they lived together in that apartment. And we didn't see proof of it. We didn't see any of his stuff except for a keyboard, right? They were very careful. They could have said they had a sponsor, like a chaperone there. They'd have to prove that. Except for her saying it, there's literally no proof in the videos that he lives there. She did all her live streams alone, and then he'd pop in once in a while. I don't know. It's just bizarre. What can they prove when it comes to Foodie and Salah? They can prove that Foodie grifted for donations. There's no solid facts that he lived there. Their name's not even on the apartment. Like, seriously.
I don't know. Enjoying all the Canadian food? Kind of. I've been eating a lot of ethnic food. But yeah, I'm silly. I know.
Yeah, I mean, we think that... I've never thought he lived there. I thought he went there to pretend like he did. But now I'm thinking he was living there and hiding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm staying out of drama. I don't want anything to do with it, honestly.
And then she pops the fuck off. That's great.
You don't.
Yeah, he would go with her if she made promises that their YouTube channel would get big because they don't have to pretend. They could be together somewhere else. I don't know.
Never bitten me, no. I didn't say I don't enjoy YouTube. Obviously, I enjoy being, like, making content. Really? No name? You've been taking breaks too? Yeah, I don't blame you either. No, I don't find my mental health has improved, like, being here at all.
That's why I find it hard to believe that she would accept this as over. Like the cat and him. Remember when she went off the live stream and said, I gotta go, I gotta talk to Salah. I think he talked her into riding this out with him, or, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, and she stopped showing the shoes outside the door, everything. After that whole lawyer thing, she ran to Canada and ran back. He talked her into coming back. She ran because she was afraid of a lawyer in Kuwait that Aisha said was looking for her. And he talked her into coming back. I don't know. It's bizarre.
Cool cat's life. I didn't say you don't like Canada, but I've, like...
She can't bring Salah there. That's why she don't like Canada.
I don't think it's the best country. Like, I think that, like, there's more exciting countries. There's more to explore. So I don't feel that way that you do. Like, if you love Canada, good for you. Like, I don't hate Canada either. I just don't want to live here right now. What's wrong with that? Like, why am I not allowed? Like, why do I have to be like, I love Canada, I want to live here? Like, why can't I want to live somewhere else? I don't know. It's weird that people get offended over that. They do have Jollibee, yeah. Hey, Boogie Underground. I know, right?
Yeah, as soon as he wrote divorce arc era in her chat on this channel, because she wasn't supposed to go live in Canada, he didn't want anyone to know she was in Canada. She panicked. She panics. And I'll show you that. And then she flew back to Canada, flew back to Kuwait. And just the thought of him saying that. Seriously. Yep, she went back. She was back within 2 days after he said that on this live stream.
You don't have to stay in one place, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Low-key Ontario boring.
Yeah, and the fact that she looks pretty unhealthy might mean she's in Canada or in Kuwait. In Canada, should have been in the damn emergency room. And I still believe after 11 days, she would have made a video. I do believe she would have made a video in Canada.
It's not exciting. It's nice, it is, but if you actually travel, you will know Canada isn't all that. Yes. Yes, Lizzie, I've been attacked before.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of cars that have stitching, but it's got to also be leather. So you have to look up leather and double white stitching, and then look at the cars available in Kuwait. You know what I mean? It was it just was way too much of a coincidence. That car seat, way too much.
Before, for saying that I don't want to live here. That's why I say that. I mean, obviously, I know it's, you know... I know that...
And this is another reason why she isn't going live if she is in Canada. Because her chat won't stop grilling her. And she hates that. Especially when she's stressed out.
It's a nice country and everything, obviously. Does Buster ever let you spoon him? No.
She can go to the emergency room. Yes, she can. She is a citizen. Yes, she can. And all she's got to do is it's so quick to reinstate your health care, and they will just void the bill. Yes, she can. And I believe when she was home 6 months ago, she redid her residency, so she didn't even lose her residency while she was gone. You got to be gone longer than 6 months. She wasn't. If she's back in Canada, she definitely has her health care.
Oh. Listen to Carrie Berry. What a moron. Go take your 80s bangs back to your friggin' support group, you weirdo.
Yeah, I love when she gets fired up at the people.
Oh, gifts are collected. Time to go back. Did you get gifts for Christmas? Okay, so why can't anyone else get gifts for Christmas? Like, why do people have to make an entire live stream about the gifts I get for Christmas?
See, we thought she went home for Christmas presents, but her family had to scramble at a freaking a pharmacy to get her presents because she flew home without notice because of the lawyer thing. That's the only other reason why the timing worked out for her to arrive in Canada when I worked out the flight.
Like, as if I'm gonna pay $1,500 plus for a flight to Canada to come get a fucking Miss Dior perfume. Can you...
Ungrateful?
Are you on crack? Like, what?
Well, it depends on what province you're in, Sarah.
Yes, I'm pissed off. Like, every time I come on here, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try coming on here again. And then I fucking hate the internet once again.
Well, we had a Canadian come in when we were talking about this yesterday, Sarah, or the day before. We had a Canadian come in and talked about it. How easy she can go to the emergency room. She's a citizen. And they were from Ontario, just like Foodie. And I spent in Florida. I was next to Quebec's. And they said they leave, but they can't be gone longer than 6 months or they lose their residency and they have to reapply. So yeah, she hasn't been gone 6 months either.
I hate it. Like, I hate it. I don't even know why I bothered. So stupid.
She can always show her employment. She's self-employed. You can't leave Canada for 90 days straight and have to show Canadian employment for 90 days straight with utilities and name paid for 90 days. She has no free health care at all. Well, I don't know. I'm not a Canadian, so.
Stupid. I'm going to take $1,500 plus, $1,500 plus, rent a car for $1,200.
I think you borrowed that car. You're just making shit up now.
To come here and get some makeup brushes. And a perfume. And some Lush. Oh, you caught me. Oh, dear. Take your...
Calm down, Big Mac.
Your friggin' comment and get out of here. What the heck?
There you go. So we got Canadians in here that said Canadian health insurance is granted in emergency situations to all Canadian citizens. Bloop.
Does that make any...
And then we got a Quebec in here saying, I'm from Quebec, and yes, it's true what you're saying. Thank you. You guys are the ones that taught me.
Sense? No, it doesn't. Who cares about Visa runs Nikocado? They're stupid. They have no content. Hey, Rusey boy. The frig, who cares?
You think they're on the road in a desert country? Possibly. I'm going to guess she either went back to Canada and just said to hell with you and Julia, giving up the only man she's called her husband, or they took off together in the Temu car with the cat.
Like, who cares? Prove I'm on a Visa run. Prove it. Who cares anyways? Anyway.
Yeah, she kind of looked... I don't know if she actually looked sweaty like she does in Kuwait, but she definitely looked not well.
Beezers love you. I know, I love you, Beezers. That's the only reason I'm still on this platform, is Beezers. Just bees and let bees. Usually get gifts when they come back home to visit. Yeah, people get gifts. Okay, I'm gonna spend thousands of dollars to come to Canada just to get my Christmas gifts. I got a jar of pickles, a perfume. I don't even know.
A jar of pickles and perfume.
Some Lush. I went to a bookstore. Wow, sure.
Yes, I seen the Sarah Lee. They're putting them on Twitter. The Sarah Lee comments, yeah. Yeah, and she can't live without Kuwait or without YouTube unless Salah put a bunch of money away, probably for a moment like this. Because remember, they had big travel plans. So he was putting money away. This could be the moment. Because she said before about living in another country together. It's bizarre, but she said it. We just called bullshit on it.
Do we have a Jollibee, Bailey? I think, I don't know. I think in Toronto. Isn't there one in Ottawa now? It's raining, yeah.
Oh, so her mom drives an Outlander that, has black leather seats and double white stitching? Well, there you go then.
Yeah.
I don't know what her mom drives because I'm not like that invested. I think it's kind of fun speculating, but I sure the hell ain't gonna deep dig into it. No way. That's real life shit.
Hey, Joanne. Okay, bye. I'll help you out too. Don't come back.
Well, the thing is, she would not be able to earn a YouTube income if she's in Kuwait. Think about it. She's not doing anything on YouTube to earn income either. Interesting. I feel like if she was in Canada, she would be making money. Definitely. But we already know if she's in Kuwait, she cannot make an income there on a tourist visa. And she fucked around and found out. So that'll get interesting.
Did you have a more comfort? Yeah, it was pretty comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, what's going on with Pete's? What's going on, Pete's? Is there any change in Pete's life right now? Yeah, but CAMEO is separate from YouTube. It's private. YouTube's public.
I had those like 2 seats at the back to myself. I was just like vegging out. No, I didn't.
Hi, Leon.
I don't care, Sam G. She's pathetic. Like I care. Are the pickles gone? No. I don't think I'm gonna get through them. It's a huge jar. Your plane ticket costs way more than gifts. Yeah. And they're, oh, your mom bought you that. Yeah, sure. My mom doesn't have money for that. Yeah, okay.
He washed his hair and trimmed his beard. Pete's washed his hair and trimmed his beard? Oh my God.
Did you have the cookie drink? Yeah, I tried it. But I'm just having water right now. No, we're not ordering. Did you seal on the plane? Yes, Miss Chad, I did. Is it ice rain there? It's raining right now, but it was.
If she was in Canada, how much access would he have to her money? I don't know, because she doesn't get paid for another 2 weeks. And she's not doing anything on her channel. So, you know what I'm saying? There's no money spreading out anywhere.
It's ice. It's probably gonna ice rain. I hate when people ask.
No, she cannot hang out in Pete's bedroom. He's got a twin bed, a desk, and a bathroom. He lives upstairs in these people's house, a married couple that have a dog, and I only know that because he said so. So no, she would not be allowed. She would have to climb stairs. She ain't staying there. If she's staying anywhere, it's Auntie's.
Me too, no name, but it's never gonna go away. I have to learn to just like not address it or swear. But it's hard. Love that for you. Getting a whole row on a long flight is almost as nice as flying first class, right? For like a fraction of the price. Hope you got rotten spoiled. Thank you, mistress. I bought a Stephen King book, and I bought it like
Yeah, let's move forward to where you start flipping out because it's epic. She's got to go, right? Because she's got to go to dinner, but she secretly ate in the car, by the way, and she sits there till dark because she gets all fired up.
I'm not happy at all. Pink stars.
Everybody goes, "You look happier in Canada." No, I'm not happy at all. I'm just high every day, but no, this don't make me happy. I don't want Salah to think I like it better here in Canada than Kuwait, because then he'll want to come to Canada. He's never coming to Canada in this lifetime. He tried twice with student. He even tried the student route, and he still was denied. You're probably on some list, dude.
Yeah, that's true. We can go. You have Canadian, American. There's other passports even that are stronger. You can go anywhere in the world pretty much.
Because they were like, why didn't Salah come with you to meet your family? Because he has a Syrian passport and they won't let him in. Foodie. She knows.
It's true.
She found out.
The Gulf misses me. I miss the Gulf. I actually like living there more than here. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't mean I don't love Canada.
Another reason. I still just trying to figure out if her fear of possibly going to jail in Kuwait would get her to run to Canada without, like, I don't care, get me out of here, right? Or if Salah was able to convince her they're the Bonnie and Clyde of Kuwait. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if Pete starts talking about applying for jobs and moving out, you'll know what's up.
But I do like living there. It's just, I feel more at home. I don't know why. But I want to go camping again, even though I was like, I miss
There you go. Maybe they're camping and hiding in the desert.
home when we were.
She would have looked a lot more sweaty in the cameos. I got to be honest. She can't spend all her time sitting in the car with the air on. That's the other thing. You could hear the traffic outside, but you couldn't hear air conditioning blowing on her. That would have been a Kuwait thing in 100-degree weather, right? Oh my. Wait a minute. We didn't even think about the obvious, you guys.
Camping, but no, I do want to go. I would like to do maybe Keshta, which is like you go into the desert and you just have an evening of just like barbecuing and having tea, but not actually sleeping. It's the sleeping part I don't like.
Yeah, I don't think she'd camp. Her CPAP goes in and out. She can't sleep there. She doesn't do anything in Kuwait. Yes, Shelly, she's in Canada. You might be right. I keep going back and forth with this. But yeah, you would have heard that air conditioning while she was filming that cameo. She would have been sweating without it. Because it's 100-some degrees there. And she was not sweaty. She was a little yellow, but not sweaty at all.
Sleeping on the couch. And
my God. That could be what busts this wide open. No air conditioning. And she wasn't sweating.
Worrying about my CPAP going in and out? Nah. If you have sleep apnea, you know, roughing it is just hard. You're not supposed to have electricity when you're camping, but I need it.
And she needs air. And we know the one campground they went to, it was only 76 degrees with 20-mile-an-hour winds. Oh my God!
Happy New Year's, Miss Hellraiser. An early election. Love the Gulf, and having lived in both the U.S. and the Gulf, the living standards are way higher, and money is also a lot higher. Yeah, stuff I remember watching Foodie. Ozempic? No, it just made me feel full. You look like you belong when you were in the Middle East. So.
Yay, Jeff. Your dad's cancer-free. Oh my God, today's a good day. You're getting a Willie scream. Oh my God, what a relief, huh? Oh my gosh. The world's a little brighter, isn't it, bud? Thank God.
No, I don't come into myself when I'm here. I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah, what a great day for you and your family. Oh, God bless.
I don't have that many restrictions. Well, yes.
Time to build a million more memories, right? Yep. That is wonderful news. I got goosebumps on my legs right now.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, I do feel out of control here more. Yes, I do. Exactly, YouTube lover. It's so weird to me.
She's so relaxed in Canada. That's what's got me confused. Because she ran from Kuwait in December, hence, and hid for 8 days, 7 or 8 days in Canada. Then she got busted for being in Canada, popped up high eating a pizza, but then she went live in the car, right? And look at how relaxed. So I'm just wondering, it's so hard for me. We can only go by like the way she acted here when she did the same thing because she was scared, and she's so much more relaxed around family and in her place of birth. I just find it a little hard to believe. I did the poll. Shady ain't doing it again. Yeah, the cameo didn't look relaxed. It looked forced, and it looked like desperate need of money. But she doesn't look well. I just don't know, you guys. There was no air conditioner blowing. We heard the traffic outside. She was definitely in a car. We seen the stitching on the seat. That I don't know. She does look ill. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yes, that's awesome.
I still feel like she would have ran to Canada, but I also still feel like she would have said, fuck it, I'm never going back to Kuwait. The only reason she wouldn't go live or make a video in Canada is because she has hopes of going back to Kuwait. Do you know what I'm saying?
To me, that's why I was losing it earlier. It makes me feel like, what are you talking about? Who are you to say this? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the birthday party, I definitely was Team Canada. Because even if that arm wasn't her, even though we've proved that she's had 3/4 length sleeves before, even Bad Seed put it up. You can't go by the sleeves. The arm was correct. And we know Auntie's arms are longer and thinner, and so is her mother's. And her sister, I cropped out of the picture. She was the one sitting in front of the cake. But I cropped her out because she didn't need to be in the photo. You know, Smee's taking the photo. So the only two options were really Auntie and Foodie. And you can't go by the date of Natalie's birthday because they could have celebrated it when Cutie got there. They've done it before. They've celebrated Cutie's birthday when she got there, even though it was after her birthday. So that doesn't matter. But the birthday party, even if that wasn't her, there was a reflection at the other end of the table, which would have been her in the black abaya, with the tan-colored hijab.
Yeah, because he's the one, Tiffany, who had to go bug the guy. He had to go out into the desert. It's like about, hey, Crystal, picture this, okay? No.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, Tattoo Crazy. Like, if you were to weigh the most important things, first of all, the CAMEO, there was no car air conditioner running, and it's 100 and some degrees there. She would not have made a CAMEO in the car for even 2 minutes without breaking out into a sweat. Wouldn't have happened. The air conditioning would have been on high, right? It's been like the 70s in Canada, so it wouldn't have been that hot. And the other thing is she chooses food over gel. Nobody's going to interrupt her food. And I don't know, guys. It's actually like so much weighing towards Canada.
So obvious.
That was traffic. That wasn't the AC. The AC actually blows on her speaker. It sucks. We hate it. That was traffic. It didn't have the same sound continuously. It had the sound of traffic. Literal traffic driving by.
Sleep boogie, what it is. That's not it at all. It's not it at all. Hey, Carefree. That's not it at all.
Yeah, I believe she had the window. I think she made the cameo yesterday. She sent it today. But I think that she had the window open and that was a breeze. Like keeping her cool. You could hear the traffic.
Because
she wouldn't even roll the windows down in Kuwait to hear traffic.
You know, like, no, we don't want to live here right now. I'm saying right now because I have no idea what the future will bring. But as far as it goes, I don't know, like, we like living there. That's where we are. We love our apartment. Everything is there.
See, I really believe she set up home, even as a tourist. But how did she, okay, so if he made her believe they were married, right? Let's say Salah made her believe they were married. How was he explaining to her that she needed to leave every 90 days? Do you see what I'm saying? She would have been like, well, where's my civil ID? Why do I have to leave every 90 days? So when I think about it, and she says things like wasta, and she says, you know, a loophole marriage, he probably told her, well, part of the loophole marriage is that you have to, I mean, how is all this even possible? I mean, this is like the greatest mystery on YouTube.
You know? It's not a big deal if that were the case, for sure, but that's not the case. He has a life over there. Exactly. Like, exactly. You know? And just, I think it would be such a culture shock. I don't know. But yeah, it's...
Yeah, Cutie's never been this much fun. You are correct.
People just don't care that Salah has his life and family there. So they think, hey, Brie, that anybody from any other country wants to live in Canada and the U.S. Like, there's just...
They do. They do. They do. And so does Salah. And I'm pretty sure you have a fear going on that he's going to leave you because you can't get him to Canada. And you definitely can't get him to the United States. So yeah, that's why there's a part of me that if you thought this was it, you would either have to say goodbye to Julia and Salah forever and go back to Canada, or you would have stayed there. And I just don't believe you're strong enough to stay there. Physically, mentally, I don't think you can handle. So do you guys think he's not allowed in the United States either, Kimberlina?
There's no way. Like, you know what I mean?
No, you're stupid. Hold on, one more. I'm good.
So, it doesn't matter, Elliot, Roger. How do you know? Maybe it was like everywhere. Who cares? I was too.
Yeah, I get that. But Pat said, remember he told her that he had connections, right, Wasta, and they got married through a loophole, right. That's how he convinced her she needs to keep operating on a tourist visa, no civil ID. You're probably correct. He probably came up with some bullshit. While meanwhile, Yeah, the allergies are killing me, Evie. Meanwhile, she was still just a tourist because she really would die on that hill. We're married. Like, she really believes it. She is a bubblehead when it comes to men.
I was looking internationally, I wasn't looking to move. Yeah, so who cares? Honestly, like, he's handsome.
That's all it is to her.
He's got it. He's got it together. Like,
No, he don't.
like he could, if he just wanted to come to Canada quick, he could literally.
No, he can't. He's been denied twice. No, he can't. He'd have to find another woman and then have to put in another 3 years. He's not getting any younger. So he probably said, fuck it, let's just go live in Malaysia or something. And I'll live off your YouTube pay.
Literally find someone to do that with.
Well, you tried, but you interrupted it. He had Kybella.
Like, no. Sorry, but it's true, right?
No, Foodie, you're just clueless, dude. You shouldn't even be allowed outside of Canada. Probably not even outside your own province, to be honest.
And apparently I'm broke, so...
Well, you are if you're doing cameos. The stupid green screen in the car. Oh, my God.
Like, what is the incentive here if we're still going to spend, like, we're not coming here. So, you know, it's really stupid. Nobody can keep their lies straight.
Yeah, especially you and Salah. Yeah, outside. Like, Foodie, you sit against a plain wall. She's sitting in a car. She's borrowing a car now, I think, to do these so her family doesn't know if she's in Canada. But I don't think she'd be driving around Kuwait. You know what I'm saying? If she's got charges against her, she'd be hiding. She'd be hiding with the sewer rats.
Be honest, did you get high? Sounds like about after school special. You're 40.
Yeah, Welsh Rarebit, exactly. Which is why we think the other way, because he knows Chantal cannot get him to Canada now. He knows 100%. And he's still staying with her for money, right? So would he try and convince her to stay with him and not leave his side? And she would think they're in love and end up him sending her to jail. Can you imagine if he did that? It would, wow, that was crazy.
Years old. It's none of anyone's business. It's really not. Let Salah and her live the way they want to, right, Carefree?
Yeah, live the way you want to. Get off YouTube. Bye.
Probably Canada, Bestie Rain. He wants to visit more than USA.
Amber Nicole, thank you for the super chat. She's in Kuwait. Y'all just want her to be in Canada. Salah convinced her it would blow over, and she's defiant enough to stay. Perhaps you could be right. And then he ends up getting her put in jail. Wouldn't that be some shit?
Yes, call me Niv. I consider Kuwait my home, yeah. Yeah, he could have legit puts in here. Of course he wants to visit. Like, he loves Canada as a country, thinks it's beautiful. He's always had a fascination since he's young with Niagara Falls, I think.
Yeah. And you made him believe he could go there until he found out he couldn't. Let's move along to the rage. I love a good rage. Because when she comes back, that's what we're going to get. It'll be Canada. Probably Canada. She ran like a chicken shit. You know it. And she don't want the heat that she ran. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it's expensive to come here. It's more expensive to come here than to...
That's why I'm like, if she was in Canada, out of her own mouth, it's very expensive there. Out of her own mouth, she's either getting Pete's to get them into a place, and once again, he did it before, she will pay all the bills and go live and all that shit, and trust me, she'll make the money. Or she would be going live right now. It's weird.
Friggin', get any little gifts I got.
No, Pete's wouldn't be doing it. I don't think that's the way it works in there with credit. He's got a shit ton of money saved. He's been saving for almost 3 years. And I know he quit his job, but he only eats rice and sits in that bedroom and drinks freaking sink water from the bathroom. Just like Amber calls it, sink water, murky.
As appreciative as I am, it wasn't about that. I told my family not even to bother. Like, I was coming last minute. They had to scramble to get me a few things.
And the only reason she went there on a dime, a day's notice, is because she thought a lawyer was looking for her in Kuwait.
Yes. Emotional regulation is going to be one of my goals in January.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
Okay, Carefree. Doctor now. I know. I don't even care about gifts, honestly. Anything I want, I can buy myself.
Really? I love your little flexes. Like, I'm just that bitch. And look at you now. You have to hide. You have to hide. You can't even work. You can't even work on your channel. Which is telling me if you're only doing cameos for money, that you might be in Kuwait. Only for the reason that you cannot make money in Kuwait, period, the end. Or you would be behind an avatar in Canada, live streaming and cussing everybody out behind your avatar. Right? So that's the only other thing. Besides food, money and attention are your other two biggest addictions. Makes no sense.
Or my husband can buy it. Maybe they assume they paid for your ticket. Yeah, my mom doesn't have that kind of money. Sorry, but no. She doesn't have the money to buy me an international ticket, plus rent a car for $1,200. There's just no way. So, eat it.
Eat it? Like you're trying to say that Smee wouldn't fly you home for Christmas? Get out of here. In fact, she probably offered it and you didn't want to do it. And then at the last minute, you did it. Probably cost her way more money doing it last minute.
Expensive. 30 pounds in 1 month. Yeah, of course I rented a car. You too, creepy. Happy New Year. Welcome salam, Amanda. Non, je viens pas à Québec. Cette fois-ci. Yeah, I rented the car for like the whole time that I'm here. Because I don't want to have no car. I've heard people like, she has no Kia. She's just stuck inside. Yeah, like I would come here if I knew I didn't if I come to Canada, I need to have a car. Like, I'm sorry.
Bloop.
Like, I have things to do, I have gallivanting. Car rentals are so expensive. It's true.
Now listen to this. Listen to it. She's going to say she paid $1,200, right? And the car is like 12, 13 years old. Yeah. That's why I think she borrowed a car.
So true. He's watching and eating. He's eating all my snacks. They prove them wrong so many times and they keep going. I know, SB, nobody ever questions them when they're wrong, and they always are.
I wasn't wrong. I said you were in Canada. And bloop, where are you? Canada. That was December, by the way.
Hey, Lewis.
I was the only one saying you were in Canada. After the scare with the lawyer and Aisha, you bolted. You bolted. And then just because you clicked a link, they found out where you are.
What's his face? So it looks like she's going to have to leave Kuwait there. June 16th is coming up. And she's probably going to be deported because she has diabetes.
Now, isn't this weird? So this is December. And Garlic Bread's like, she's going to have to leave again June, which we're here. This is it, June. She's probably going to get deported. Wouldn't that be weird? Garlic Bread. He predicted it all.
They make up their own. They're in their own la la land.
Are we though, Foodie? You live in the moment. We like to put puzzle pieces together. That's just how weird we are.
They're going insane. Cats.
No, we're having fun with it. Insane would imply that we care. We're having fun with it. Do you know how much more fun this is than your normal eating videos? Way more fun. Way more fun, right, Willie? Right! It's the most interesting you've been in months. Well, since this day, December.
The Muslim lady, Dr. Phil Muslim lady creeped me out.
Oh, they're talking about Abida.
A joke. Her channel's gone. And everyone...
Yeah, but she's still around.
It's like, oh yeah, she's so cool. She's what a real Muslim is like. No, a real Muslim does not denounce what other Muslims, like how other Muslims worship, what they believe. That's called takfir, okay?
It's true. She ain't lying.
Thank you. And she was sitting there with black nail polish. Maybe it's halal nail polish. I don't know. No. But as if I'm going to listen to that idiot. Like, who cares? I'm not giving her any more attention.
Yeah, me neither.
Tree lady. Oh, yeah. And to find out, people thought I was mad that Becky from Lolcow Queens was in Nat Turd's DM. This is what makes me mad about this.
No, you should have stopped at the end of this sentence because you do drone on about it for quite a freaking while. You literally go off on a nut. So TikTok, let's go. If you didn't know the story, it came out that one of the women, Becky, from the Lolcow Queens, the Keemstar female show, was DMing He Who Shall Not Be Named, the chef, while Foodie was with him. But here's the kicker. Foodie already knew that he was talking to a lot of women because she caught him all the time on his phone. He even answered like these... I don't know if it was FaceTime or like that kind of stuff, right? And it would make her angry because she would look over while in bed with him and he was talking to other women. Yes, the chefs, the dishwasher, the spider monkey, and the He Who Shall Not Be Named. He's just not the name that he was given at birth because if you even say his name, you whistle him in like fucking Beetlejuice.
The situation, I'll tell you what. Not jealousy, but...
Well, you're about to go on a jealousy rant. Yes. Yes, you are. Here we go. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3.
Isn't that proof that he was a piece of crap, a cheating?
Yep, it's a proof. Put a period at the end of the sentence. Don't carry on.
Piece of crap? With all these women coming forward?
Okay. Yep.
And meanwhile, meanwhile, I'm going down the long road, going live.
Okay, this is where you, oh God, here comes your jealousy. Here it comes.
Crying that this guy.
Yeah, Facebook Messenger, right in front of her. Yeah, right in front of her. And she still insists it was a relationship. So do you think Salah could have talked Foodie into staying with him in Kuwait, convincing her it was a real marriage? Do you see what I'm saying? This is where the lines get blurred with her. Like, we know what we would do. I would run. I'd be gone. Sayonara. Kiss my ass. Bye-bye. Hasta la bye-bye. Arriba to see you later.
Me STDs.
Right then, you should have left, Foodie. You're only burying yourself with these stories.
Was an abuser. Was everything.
And you should have left after that.
Bad. And something about that made her, Becky, go, I wonder if...
What about you? You kept driving back.
If I can bag that green peen and enter his DMs.
Okay, with your logic. Why did you keep driving back for 18 months? 18 months you lived in your own house. You had your own car. You had your own bank account. You had your own money. With your logic, he kept calling you close to payday and telling you everything you wanted to hear, and you ran back every single time, which is why I am fighting with the idea that Salah might have talked you into staying in Kuwait. I don't know, though. Maybe you learned your lesson the first time. Maybe not. Don't know.
And want him. Like, what was wrong with me at the
Amen.
time? What was wrong with these women? What makes that attractive?
What was wrong with you? You're all nuts.
To you?
Do you feel the passion in her voice? Do you ever felt that with Salah? No. You see this passion? This was 6 months ago. She still can't believe he dumped her. Met another woman and left her. And have you ever seen this passion with Salah? No, never.
Guy had a mini fridge on a bandsaw desk.
Yeah, and you kept running back to that lovely place. In fact, you were moving your shit in there and buying him groceries. Now, keep in mind, she hasn't talked about the chef, the dishwasher, the he who shall not be named, the spider monkey. In 2.5 years, guys, remember. But 6 months ago, she sat in her car and did all this extra.
All groceries I bought. This guy can't even buy his own groceries to make his shitty food. And that turns you on, apparently.
You still sound like a woman scorned, Peanut. So you didn't walk away, you got rejected. Well, you know what happens if a narc gets rejected? They spend the rest of their life pining for the person that rejected them. Just saying.
How desperate of a woman do you have to be?
I don't know. How desperate are you? That you flew to Kuwait for a fake relationship to put on your channel? Yeah, that is pretty wild.
I'm sorry, but that is very, very, very desperate. To all of the women who did that. It's gross.
Including you. Insert a dog bark. Oh, yeah.
What the hell? Like, can you imagine? I'm so glad
I so hate is what she was gonna say.
Circle is small. I'm so glad.
What is you chasing a crackhead that you were absolutely obsessed with for 18 months have anything to do with your circle? Your circle. What does that got to do with anything? Foodie's too scared to go to jail. Not allowed access to fast food. Think about it, Raccoon Man. She would be on a schedule of eating. So you think she picks food over Salah? Do you think Salah kept her passport? Do you think Salah handed her passport? Do you think she jumped on a plane and fled as fast as she could so she could get her THC and be free? Remember when she was saying, I gotta get out of here. I can't even say what I want to say. We gotta weigh everything, folks.
So nasty. Like, ew.
Her only circle is her family and Pete's, to be honest.
And then the stupid loser has the nerve to be like, she makes me lie about me. Yeah. Okay.
She is so angry. Angry. If people brought it up in the chat and she was like, oh my God, I dodged a bullet with that one, right? So if somebody brought it up in the chat almost 3 years later, wouldn't your response be, oh, him? Oh, God, please. And then move on, right? This is a little more passionate than that.
Like, you stuck it in every hole you could find.
Oh, she's still mad.
Like, behind my back.
Aren't you married? Behind my back! You told me you loved me. We were going to get married, remember? No. He told you what you wanted to hear for your money. Duh. We tried to tell you that, but, us haters over here are stupid. We're brain dead zombies. Okay, carry on.
And gave me STDs. And that was attractive to women.
I can't believe you're talking like this. As a revert Muslim, you'd think your past was washed away and all your sins. But apparently we're going to bring them up in the car in the middle of a rainstorm in Canada 6 months ago. Please don't forget this when I say it again. 6 months ago.
They had to be validated somehow and call him on Messenger and the tree ladies and everything and be the homeless women on his porch. There was
Foodie. That's who he was from the beginning. You kept going back.
Nothing this scumbag wouldn't do. And he's still trying to repair his reputation.
Yeah, she's a bunny boiler. Absolutely. Keep all your bunnies hidden from her. She's still working this out in her head, isn't she? Did you see that? I still can't believe you did this to me. Watch her face.
And he's still trying to repair his reputation?
See? Body language. Body language. Right there. Did you ever notice that she's been able to take down channels and with strikes, but she's never taken his channel down? Not once. Hi, Christy girl. Thank you.
Buddy, you need to be in jail. You need to be deported.
Well, you tried to put him in jail, and you probably would have if you would have not retracted your police report.
Oh!
But you said he's a really good guy, you guys, and I exaggerated. Make up your mind.
I'm letting everyone have it.
Well, that's right, because they talked you into doing that. He made you think you'd be together, so you retracted it. And then he's like, psych. Ha ha ha. Well, actually, he did get with her a couple times during the restraining order, right? And she even joined him and Dee Dee. Christy girl, welcome to the Willies. Welcome back. Welcome back. Love you. Yeah, I don't think she was over it. I still don't think she's over it.
No one's an authority on Islam. And anyway, God does not reward these people who go around accusing other Muslims of what's in their heart, of what they believe.
Yeah, but didn't you do that to Abida and other Muslims too? I would say you're just as guilty. So it sounds like you all want to be the perfect Muslim when there is no such thing. Actually probably would be if you didn't go on the internet and run your fucking mouth. That'd probably be pretty close.
Of pointing out their sins, even trying to point out other people's sins.
Well, I don't know about the Quran, but I know we are meant to forgive people that have done us wrong as Christians, but it doesn't mean we have to agree with them or kiss their ass. We get to call out unrighteousness. So I don't know how it works in the Quran, not my business, but I'm just saying it's a little different over here. I do forgive all people who've ever hurt me, so I can move on and I have grace, right? But it doesn't mean I'm going to kiss their ass and take more abuse. I'm going to call out their bullshit to keep them away from me. Amen. Can I get an amen?
Is a sin.
Well, I don't know how it works in the Quran, but I'm pretty sure yelling and screaming about STDs and drugs and all that, you probably shouldn't be doing that, but I don't know.
Okay, anyway, now you know I need a break from YouTube, right?
Yeah. You've always needed a break from YouTube ever since you got crazy after he moved in with Dee Dee. Yeah, pretty much. I don't think you can I still don't think you are over it.
Hello. Jewel Beetles.
Okay, oof. Who picks like mystical unicorn colors? You, Pete?
Canada triggers me, yes.
Every time she goes back there, I think she's tempted.
He's Leslie, the worst person on every fundamental level.
Well, and that's the thing, Pat. As long as he's on the internet reminding her and looking at her in the camera, because he don't care if he's got one person watching as long as it's Foodie, right? It's a kind of a torture to her. But she's also guilty because she could have took his channel down because all he does is slander and bully her. Yeah. Ask her why she hasn't taken it down.
And yes, I was very blinded, but I see it now. Oh, I've seen it for a long time. And you ever just look back and think, what was I on? Oh no, I was on a lot of drugs. But
I was going to say, do we need to list them? Good thing you had a light bulb moment there.
Anyway, yeah, you can try to tell someone all day, vultures. They have to see it. You know, they have to.
This is what we're seeing, Foodie. What do you think we speculate on? What you give us. You literally are supposed to be missing your husband, that's finger quotes, your husband in Kuwait, but you're going on and on about an ex. And this was 6 months ago. So every time you tell us that we keep bringing it up, no, we react to what you give us. And this is what you're giving us. It's the gift of Christmas.
You know, when I'm offline and this person is telling you, I'm not a cheater. From day one, whenever somebody says that to you.
Ooh, she is still hurting inside. Do you think that he was the one she really wanted to be with and get married to? He was older. He didn't care about having kids. He just bullshit her. But he is what you would call polyamorous, right? Isn't that the word? He likes multiple. He will never be monogamous. Even Dee Dee knows that. And she was willing to do that. And that pisses you off. You couldn't be what he wanted, but you wanted to change him. And that's when he tossed your ass.
I'm telling you.
I think he was it. Yep.
It was like the worst kind of cheater in the world.
What kind? The one that literally did it in front of your face? Or like Salah, who did it behind your back? I need to know. Because I kind of feel like you already knew what the deal was with He Who Shall Not Be Named. Because he asked you about a group of guys, remember? She told the stories. He literally was up front. But Salah did it behind your back.
The kind of cheater where you find that you have an STD, a gross one.
I can't believe you're saying this in a hijab. Bah!
There's pregnancy tests in their bathroom.
Yeah, and you still kept going back. You still kept going back.
You have women calling Messenger all day and night.
And you were laying right by him and you couldn't stop it, right in front of your face.
Like,
you even bought him an iPad. That's hilarious. And a phone.
You don't cheat where? Like, anyway, can you imagine?
No, that's why we loved watching it, because it was unfathomable.
Like, and this, for some reason, this was attractive to Becky, and she was...
And you.
Like...
Maybe she's polyamorous. Maybe she had no problem with multiple partners. Seemed like it was a you problem.
You know? Like, it's so weird. I don't know. People are strange.
No, her mom actually would not... It was a big problem in the family. The fact that she was dating him. In fact, she wasn't even invited to Christmas cookie making. I think there was a lot of shit that went down because of him during, Grandma's last days. I mean, it was all on YouTube, but the family were like almost disowned her. Let's be honest. He never claimed her as a girlfriend on camera. Nope.
Strange, man. I'm so glad I'm not involving myself in any of those people's lives.
Well, aren't you married? Why would it be an option?
I'm so thankful I don't have to deal with that. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful.
You would be shaking your head yes, not no. You know how body language works? Your body responds to what you're really thinking. Your mouth is lying. Watch. Watch her shake her head no. When you mean you're supposed to shake it yes. Oh my God, I'm so grateful. Head up and down.
Deal with that. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful.
See?
You like my impersonations? Who do you want me to impersonate?
Nobody, for the love of God. Okay, so then she gets all fired up, right? Let's do it. It's getting darker and darker, and she's getting more unhinged. It's great.
We'll have ruined that. So, no post they can't hate. Obviously gonna post again.
Now, you got to keep in mind, she was in that car for 2.5 hours raging in Canada.
I can't live my life, thinking about these idiot tards, but, because, what can I do? It's just stupid.
It's all you think about because YouTube's your reality. It's your life. It's your social life. It's your acceptance. It's your attention. Because other people are living real life. They're not giving you the attention you need. That's why you love YouTube. And the fact that you're gone for 11 days means you're getting attention somewhere. I'm still trying to figure it out. You're getting all the food you want to eat. You're getting money to eat it. And you're getting the attention you need. So are you hanging out with Auntie and you're being helped out and babied or something? I don't know. Can't figure it out. The Spiral into Insanity is always a great watch. It really is. They call it train wrecks.
They ruined it. They did. Sorry, but same thing with clamming up about stuff.
You have never learned to clam up. Because you need somebody to talk to.
So, yeah. Shut up.
Oh, boy. And you shut up, and you shut up, and you shut up.
Enjoy my block finger with my halal nail polish.
Yeah, and Ambi and Foodie are a lot alike in the fact that they finally feel like somebody because they're on YouTube. But the difference with them is Foodie's more brass and triggered, where Amber does it in a backhanded way and covert. But Amber tries to... They're both hilarious. They're just different styles of hilarious. Foodie rages. Amber tries to threaten people in the background, and then she'll do content proving the opposite, where Foodie can't even hold it in. It's hilarious. I think they're both hilarious. Foodie doesn't live by rules. Neither does Amber Lynn. I don't know that she could even take him in Canada. No, she can't take him to Canada. No, she can't. She knows it. He knows it. Everybody knows it.
Talking big and bad. Yeah, I do talk big and bad.
I like Foodie's tantrums. I do. But I also like Amber Lynn's... oh my God, all her phobias. I like Amber Lynn's hypochondriac phobias. I love it. I don't know why. It makes me laugh.
You think I'm scared of people? Honestly?
Yeah. That's why you were in Canada, because you ran from Aisha.
People are stupid.
And you ran to Kuwait because you were afraid of being on the witness stand in He Who Shall Not Be Named's court case.
I heard one idiot reactor, well, don't get mad if someone pulls up at your house.
And that's why she wouldn't go live in Canada, guys.
From your mama's stream, what are you going to do? The only reason I don't want that to happen is because of my family, because you're psychotic people.
There it is. Or she'd go live. Now, hopefully, she's in Canada. They're working on getting an apartment. Her and, you know, Pete, who just washed his hair and trimmed his beard. Oh my God. Anyway, maybe they're finding an apartment, they're working out the details, and trust and believe Foodie will come out and play. Abso-freaking-lutely, because this is her income. She's never going to go work at a call center again. Get it out of your heads.
Like, come, see me, hit me first, and then it's on. Because I'm not...
How's it on? Please. Can you make a video? Like, can you get like one of them, please get one of them gym punching bags. Hang it. Just hang it up. I want to see your moves. I have to. You got T-Rex arms. You couldn't kick your foot out in front of you to even see step by step the walk you're taking. And how are you whooping ass? You gonna headbutt? Now, I gotta be honest. I think that would do it. You gotta get in a good headbutt.
I'm not going to jail for your fucking ass.
You ain't going to jail for anyone's ass. You probably deserted Salah and the cat. Now, that was a bold statement.
No way, but I...
No way, Salah. Fuck you and your country. Right? I can see it.
Defend myself, and I have before in the past.
Have you? Didn't you knock out a bouncer once? And then you woke up because the alarm went off?
Please.
Or you slipped and took him out, right? Lost your footing, took him right out.
Just because you sound like bigger trash, don't think that I won't defend myself.
Yeah, remember when she did all those mushrooms and Sam was in her closet and she thought it was an intruder and she ran. No, 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 no. She didn't open the closet like a boss bitch ready to fight. No. No. She went full run. Full run.
It was probably...
Possibly Lock Dog. Possibly.
Dee Dee, who knows?
Could even be where she's staying at the dishwasher's house. I don't know.
Whatever you think.
You should be paying attention to what he's cooking over there. Then you'll know.
I'm scared of the fridge? Yeah, okay. Go drink more Depanner wine. And forget about your life that you hate.
You miss your DD. God bless you. Maybe you are over there. Sleeping on the purple mattress. You're all laying in bed. Popcorn and Netflix. Watching all of us, probably.
Because you loved it the most.
You did. You loved being with her the most. When you know, you know.
Enjoy the life you have now.
You wish. You even tried to bend a knee twice. Aren't you drinking the bottom of that bottle? Ew. Ew, she is. It's the last drop. What? Let's watch again. Remember her big speech about it? Watch. There's nothing in there but backwash. Ew, that was it. That was all that was in the bottle. Stinky, stinky, stinky. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Earwax and fucking toe jam. What?
Yeah. Report stalkers. But...
They told her to report them because they're stalking her. She's talking about Dee Dee and he who shall not be named. Look at her face. Watch. Watch when she reads it.
Report stalkers. But, yeah, obviously...
She's never reported them. She won't report them. She will not take the channel down. She wants him to watch her. She wants to know he's watching her because she wants to see his response. She's been doing this since the day she met him, since the day he left her. I'm telling you, she has more passion for that guy and his woman than she does for Salah. Everybody knows it.
If someone came to me and did something, obviously that would be different. And yeah, you're going to catch a criminal record, of course. Like, duh. I don't care if that makes me look like a wuss.
You are a wuss. Tigsy.
A lot of them probably already do have some and don't care. They have nothing to lose. Stand your ground law? No.
Sucks to be you.
No, the cops don't care about anything here.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Hi, Tiggs. Love you.
Yeah, I know.
You missed your mama.
Oh, Jenny. Hey, Scrange. Good to see you. You too. Yes, it's really nice to see you guys. The people in the cars around here are probably like, what is this psycho lady doing? You can fist fight, but no gunfights. Aw, thank you, Katie. I am having a lot of fun, you know. Hey, Vanessa.
Friends, she is in Kuwait. Look at her live called In Real Life Stream. Buying new fan and camels in Kuwait. Same outfit. Well, she can pack her clothes and take them to Canada in her suitcase. Those are just her clothes. There's no fan. She was in a car. She didn't even have the air conditioning on, which tells me Canada, because there's no way you could sit in a car in Kuwait without. And when she puts on the air conditioning, I'm going to tell you right now, I'll show you. It is brutal how loud it is. It doesn't sound like traffic. It is straight up brutal. Okay, so we got to go back and find her damn channel again. We gotta scroll back down to her channel. Oh, there she is. The In Real Life Stream. We've already played this. Yeah, right here. We already played that. But when she's alone, watch. When she's alone in her car, out eating and shit. Ugh, you nasty. Nasty. We got to get her out in the car. Okay, she's in the car. And see how low it is? It changes depending on how she's sitting. You see how low it is? And then in the other one, it was up higher. Do you see? No, you could hear traffic. That was traffic. It kept going by. But look. Look how low it is. See how low it is? We don't have a clue. I'm just saying. Okay, listen. That is one constant sound. That's air conditioning on high. So she don't sweat to death. Now, I made a movie, and I'll let you hear the sound. It's traffic. Let me pull it up. I don't need you to look at all my damn photos and shit on my... okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay? Now listen. This is traffic.
Hello, it's Foodie Beauty here. Thank you for your cameo. I hear that you have pneumonia. You let me know you have pneumonia, and I'm really sorry. You know, pneumonia, I know it's been like 3 weeks since you've been sick. Pneumonia can...
See, you can hear tires. You can hear tires. And you know what I mean? Like, they have a different sound. They change. Now, it could be air conditioning on low, but she's not sweaty. Hold on.
Take a long time. It does...
That's tires on a road. This is fan.
Cotton candy. Oh.
The fan never changes sound, right? It never changes the sound in this car. It's just loud. But the traffic in this one, you can hear the traffic.
Caused quite a ruckus in your lungs. I have some believed to be scar tissue left on my lung. I don't want to scare you. Because of a really bad bout with pneumonia I had. Like, it was bad. So, but,
And then we're going to see the cars, the seat. Same height, though, as that other one. See that? Where the height is? And then we look at the height here. See? Same height. So I don't know. Dude, I just don't know. But that was definitely traffic sounds. And she could never sit in a car in Kuwait in 100 degrees without that air on high. I mean high. I really thought Canada when I first saw it, but there's so much pointing to Kuwait now. I know. I'm not worried about the outfit. If we have not seen we call it the Thailand outfit. The one with this one she's wearing right here with the purple. Did she leave that at her mother's house? She wore that in Thailand. We have not seen it since. In my opinion. I don't even know what video. Hold on. Now we got to go look. What video she would have wore that in Kuwait. Even recently. Since December. It's got to be since December because she might have left it in Canada when she came back. All right. Let me get back there. She looks bad. Yeah, she really does. All right, hold on. Let me go to her channel. Okay. We're back at her channel, for fuck's sake. Foodie, can you please quit making us nuts? You wonder why we're watching fucking... Okay, let's try a video. It's right there. There's the shirt. 4 weeks ago. So she wore it in Kuwait. She wore it in Kuwait 4 weeks ago, eating Santa Fe and Hardee's. There's the shirt. Yeah, so, and we know she packed a suitcase if she goes to Canada. So it is what it is, guys. I can't spend all night on this nonsense. I just can't do it. Look at all the bears and rabbits. So I brought it in here. But I got to go make dinner. I got to take my dog out. I don't know. My guess is Canada because she's a runner. And the thought of going to jail has always made her run. I mean, she gave up the villa, her cats, and everything. And just the idea of having to be subpoenaed to a court case where she wouldn't even go to jail. She just couldn't, her mentals couldn't handle it. So I still think she's a runner. I'm going to have to stick with that. Yeah, I'm going to have to stick with it. All right, guys. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for the super chats, the gifted memberships. Thank you, Maybella. Thank you for joining back into it, Christy girl. I appreciate you. It's just, I really appreciate my community, and thank you so much. And if you give me a thumbs up on the way out, it'll keep us in the algorithm. Cha-cha-cha. Love you. Bye, guys.